Welcome back to Falcon Update. While Abby Ruth couldn't join us live on the show, I had the pleasure of doing an interview with her over Zoom.
Hi, my name is Abby Ruth. I am graduating this December. I'm a double major in International Business and French, and I'm a student career coach at the Career and Professional Development Center.
Perfect. Okay. So for those who may not know, can you explain what the Career and Professional Development Center is, / what services do they provide?
Sure. So just in case people don't know, we're located across from the Falcon. We're that super kind of scary, not really significant looking set of rooms. So we help students with resumes, we help them find internships, we help with grad school applications, basically anything you can think of relating to career, even choosing your major. If you think you want to switch out of it or add a minor, we can help with that. And you can schedule an appointment with a career coach, or my role, and I can explain a little bit more about that later, is to be there for drop-in hours. So we have drop-in hours Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. You can just come in with a resume or with questions. You don't have to schedule anything, and we're right there.
Interesting. I actually did not know that you could go.
Are you serious?
Well, no, I did not know that you could go specifically if you're like switching a major.
Yeah.
Minor. I just thought that was something that you had to go to Old Main to do.
Nope. Well, now everything's online. So like you don't fill out one of the little green forms or something. Everything is online and it goes through the registrar, but we can provide guidance for it.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
So as a career coach, which sounds super fancy, can you explain what you do in that position?
Yeah, so the career coaches are like Dwayne, Kiefer, and Meg Jones-Hoover, and then they're our supervisors. I'm a student career coach, or SCC for short, because we're fancy. So I basically have office hours. So my office hours this semester are Monday, Wednesday, Friday at certain times, and we're there to help anyone who comes in with questions about a resume, grad school, internships, or changing a major, any of the services we provide. We've all been trained. We had training with student leaders when we got back onto campus. And then when we're not helping students with that, we're working on our own projects. So right now, Abby Book, who's one of the other employees of the Career Center, is working on a project with digital efficiency and working to make more media available online. So each of us SCCs are actually creating a podcast episode, very short, around a job topic. So that's one of the projects we're working on right now. We helped with the grad school fair that was yesterday and a bunch of other like research and events in our downtime.
Awesome. Have you done the podcast yet, or is that like
no?
Been planning?
There are going to be phases, and they're going to be up on the website. So we have to like write a script, and then we have to record it. But first, we have to have an initial meeting with Abby. So we'll get there.
Okay, looking forward to that.
But yes, look out for those.
Awesome. So you briefly touched upon the internship program, which I know is very important for students here on campus, but can you explain, just maybe for like first years who may not know, what it is?
Yes. So our internship program is actually ranked one of the best in the country. There are over 400 schools that have based their program off of ours because we take a really individualized approach. We have 2 staff whose pretty much entire role is dedicated to helping students find internships and helping them throughout the process of completing their internship. So you can do an internship without getting academic credit at Messiah. And the value of just doing an internship, even if you don't have to, is that you get real world experience. You find out you love a certain job or maybe you hate a job. And it's really good to look on your resume because it shows you have experience. And then Messiah's internship program is for students who earn academic credit. And there's like a class that you take where you just create a resume and a LinkedIn profile that helps you in your journey of the internship. Yeah.
Awesome. So connecting that a little bit, also for students who may not know, the ELI, the experiential
learning initiative.
Can you explain what that is and how students can complete that?
Mm-hmm. So as far as I know, ELI, or Experiential Learning Initiative, you can complete it through a few ways on campus. So you can study abroad, you can do a service learning experience, you can be in a leadership position, or you can do an internship. So we actually have one person who's dedicated to coordinating the ELI for the Career Center. So she helps students with internships as well, and the ELI requirements, which include reflection questions and learning objectives, kind of like what we have in class, but you get to make your own. And yeah, that's a graduation requirement that's special to Messiah. And I hate saying it's a requirement, but because it's usually really fun to do. I studied abroad for mine, and it was really great. But it's just kind of an extracurricular built into the curriculum.
Gotcha. So like with COVID, I know that students couldn't go abroad in the future to come, next year or like this past year, or this past May, I should say. So what can students do to complete their ELI requirement if they were, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes. So there are a lot of leadership positions on campus that students could do, or a lot of students are still doing internships. There are some that are remote, but actually a lot are in person right now, just being very careful and socially distanced. So that's also a possibility. And I believe, I may be mistaken, this isn't my area, I believe students who were supposed to go on a cross-cultural still took a class, so they are able to fulfill that. So I think Messiah is working really hard to make sure students are able to fulfill it, and it's not really complicated due to COVID. But yeah, like the Career Center operations are pretty much as normal. We have about the same amount of students doing an internship as we have in the past, even more, I think we said. So all good.
Okay. I was going to ask a question too later on about how you guys are navigating COVID in the center, but you already seem to touch upon that,
Well, I can answer the rest of it now too. Sure. Okay. So we are in person in the center. Some of the staff rotates, like whether they're at home or whether they're here. We do, starting Monday, we will have like a Zoom room where students who feel more comfortable Zooming into office hours can do that, so they don't have to come into the center. So that's for remote students. That's for students who just want to sit in their apartment and work on their resume rather than coming to the Career Center. But we do have reduced seating. We clean after every single person leaves. We wipe down the iPads. Like, we're very, very careful because we want to stay on campus along with everyone else. So yeah, a lot of precaution.
Awesome. So just to shift a little bit, I know that Into the City definitely looks a lot different this year, I know, but it's in California. So what is the format like virtually for students who sign up? Like, what can they expect?
Yeah, so Into the City is being conducted through Handshake, which every Messiah student has an account, even if you've never signed on before. You just use your Messiah credentials. And that's a really good way to find jobs, internships, and connect with employers. So there will be webinars, and you can register for one, you can register for all of them, and you'll just click and be able to view. So we have companies like Levi's Jeans, we have Netflix, LinkedIn, a lot of really, really cool companies that otherwise we wouldn't have been able to connect with because we can't go to California in person. So I'm really excited. There are a couple that I'm really excited and looking forward to. So yeah, just register. They send out a lot of emails with the events, so read those emails, or you can go to the Career Center page and it'll lead you to the Handshake, which will lead you to how to sign up for Into the City.
Awesome. Which one are you excited for?
I'm excited for LinkedIn because
okay.
I'm a business nerd. Yeah.
Awesome. So you may get asked this question a lot, but as a coach, what is one piece of advice you can give for students that are building their resume?
I would say any experience that you have is worth examining. Even if you were a babysitter or a waitress or something, the key is transferable skills. So like for me, I had both those jobs. I babysat and I was a waitress. So waitressing, don't talk about or wait staff, I guess I should say, like serving food to 20 people at a time or something. You could talk about the time management, the attention to detail, ability to work in a high stress environment. So basically any job that you have, if you don't feel confident in your ability or in your resume, look at every single job you've had and try to think of the transferable skills. And that's one of the things we can help you with as well.
Solid piece of advice. So this is also just a fun little question, but what are some common mistakes that students make on their resumes?
Ooh, consistency is key. So sometimes there are students who copy and paste different things, and so it's different fonts or something like that. Pictures, most of the time, it's not necessary. There are exceptions, like for theater, obviously you need your headshot. International resumes, a lot of times a picture is kind of required or expected, but in general, no picture. And I mean, mistakes not including the experiences that I talked about. Yeah, generally students are confident, and we do have some guides on the website that can help build a resume. And then if you want to do that and then bring it in, or just sit down with us and we can take you through it. Yeah.
Awesome.
They're pretty good. I mean, I won't say who, but one of the supervisors in the Career Center, he likes to say that his first resume had his height, weight, and marital status. So as long as you don't have those, you're good.
Okay. Yeah. Good to know. I'll keep that in mind. So I know you already mentioned your personal hours that you're in the center, but can you also just one more time mention, like, if a student would like to set up an appointment, where do they go and what are the hours of that?
So drop-in hours are every single weekday, 9 to 5. It might be until 4 on Fridays, but 9 to 5, you just stop in. And then if you want to make an appointment, so you have like a more specialized request or you need to set up like an hour, then you can go to Handshake, and that's linked on our website, which is on the Messiah website. So just look up Messiah Career, and then it'll take you to Handshake after you click through the website a little bit. And then you can register with a specific staff member, or there are some staff members that their expertise is different in like different fields. They specialize in different fields. So you would look for one of those. But yeah, it's pretty easy.
All right, good. I'm glad. That is all the questions I actually have. Is there anything else that you would like to add? If not, that is okay too.
We're open. Anyone is welcome to drop by. Yeah, we're being safe in COVID and we're still in person, but we are also going remote in some ways too. So both options. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much, Abby.
That is all for this week's show. For Nolan Hogenboom, Paul Callender, and our other fantastic reporters, I am JC Seltzer. Have a great night and see you next week.